What do you do when your freezer is overloaded? We are moving back. So these are some of the mushroom and berries that I foraged this year. Let me show you how I resolve this issue. Top to bottom. And all this freezer box is already been fully packed. So it's already been full, and you can see from the outside that it is already full. So what are all this food? Salmon that I bought. I think I bought about 16 kilo, and then the rest is berries and some food. And then I labeled all the boxes so that we could organize. But again, it's difficult with LG around because he doesn't really care. He just never even look at the label, and then he just dump everything in. So every 1-2 months, I have to really organize this again. So you see, living with a man is not that easy. So I'm going to just try and figure how to organize this and how to resolve this. I'm going to check out all the boxes and put them onto the floor. Like this, I already organized, and it's really heavy. So I'm going to put them on the floor and reorganize them so that they are in the right box. Okay, right now I'm in my B&B. Before the guests check in, I better make sure I use this kitchen because that is the only place where I could use this big pot to make a lot of lemonade. So I have here some raspberry, and then red currant and some black currant. So I'll probably be making one big pot of lemonade, and also over here I will make a big pot of strawberry jam and some cloudberry jam. Artificial sweetener for those people with diabetes. So they are very, very light and powdery. So when you add them into the lemonade, they will be sweetened. It's not so sour. So this is a healthier alternative. So you don't really have to add a lot because it's quite effective. And over here, this is how my cloudberry look like. It's doing quite well. So this is again a bit sour. So I just add a little bit of sweetener. Whereas for the strawberry, it is already very sweet, so I didn't add any sweetener at all. So this probably will be eaten as a yogurt on top of my porridge. And the same for this, you can make them into really delicious smoothie ice cream. And this we will drink them like lemonade. 3 pots today. I'll say that we are pretty desperate for laksa as a Singaporean living abroad. So I bought this ready packed laksa paste, and then I just cook them with some coconut oil. And I found this tofu in a supermarket, and I have some leftover laksa leaf. So this will add a lot of flavors to the broth, and also some fish cake and some shrimps. So I just finished cooking the lemonade. I'm going to let this cool down, and I'm going to enjoy my lunch while I'm watching TV. Take a rest, and then I'll go back to fill this into containers or bottles. And after lunch, it's time to bottles and can all my berries. And now, who's going to clean up the mess? Last time, I used to do it myself, but nowadays, I ask LG to do that. And since he's eating most of the lemonade and berries, I thought it would be fair for him to do some work too, don't you think? Sometimes I cannot expect him to do it automatically, so I have to tell him to do that. Maybe sounds a bit naggy, but I think he needed to be reminded. I think we shouldn't spoil our partner. If he wants to eat, he has to work for it. For dinner, I make this delicious stew. Sweet like to eat wild animals, like this packet is from deer meat. I wish I know a hunter so I don't have to buy this from the supermarket. I never eat deer meat before, so it will be fun to try this out. And usually they are quite expensive. But lucky me, I found this at the supermarket at special price. And these are the frozen chanterelle that I picked this year. And then you also need some boiled potato cut in cubes, garlic and chopped onions. And of course, double cream is used in this recipe. It's actually quite easy to do. Let me show you. On a hot pan, melt the butter and fry the garlic. Add the chanterelle immediately. Make sure that the pan is really hot because otherwise it will start to sweat and there will be a lot of water. And then add more butter, and now you want to fry the cooked potato. And of course, you know I have the skin on because it's much healthier. And then I spice it up with some paprika, salt and pepper. And because my potatoes are boiled, I don't have to cook them for too long. Let me show you how it looks like in this packet. The way they pack their meat reminds me very much of kebab. Now, potato is ready. Scoop it up. Using some butter, now it's time to fry the meat. First, you need to fry some onion and garlic. Let it soften before you add the meat. You can also season the onion at this point with some salt, so it will not burn lah. Time to add the meat. Again, make sure your pan is really hot because these meat are frozen. There are chances that it might melt and then it becomes so watery. Add the onion and the cream. If you like more sauce, add more cream. And then now you want to simmer this for at least 5 to 10 minutes. Notice it's quite watery, right? So you can put some plain flour to thicken the sauce. Mix well, make sure it's no lump, and then let this simmer for another 2 minutes. Voila! Chanterelle deer stew. So easy to make, right? In Sweden, this is a typical autumn food. Because this is the season where hunters are very busy hunting for moose and all kinds of wild animals. And you wonder, is it shook or not, right? And I'm sure by looking at it, you know it's delicious. Classic way to serve this dish is with the lingon berries. This year, there's plenty of berries in the forest. So, again, free food. It's paradise, isn't it? And the meat, damn shook. Tastes very wild, you know. My only regret is I never buy more. Let's see if I can find them again in the supermarket. And then the chanterelle is a perfect bite size. I really love mushrooms. I'm sure you know why I love autumn so much, right? Even though there's a lot of work, you know, you have to go out like the whole day to pick. And then when you come back, you know, you spend hours cleaning it. And then sometimes you have to pack them and freeze them. And by the time you're done with everything, you're already so tired. But I really enjoy this. Foraging to me is like this a therapy, whereby you go to the forest and then you find all this treasure. Every time when you find some mushrooms or berries, you have this joy in your brain, and it creates so much positive thoughts and good hormones for our mental. Because the hard work is definitely worth it, because all these food are really healthy. You know, this Sweden, people like to eat a lot of berries and a lot of mushroom, and I guess that is the reason why they are so fit, you know, because mushroom also help to burn fat and a lot of other benefits. I hope you guys enjoy this vlog, my new style, more like a behind scene kind of concept. And if you like it, give a thumbs up, hit me a comment, and let me know what you think about this. And I hope to see you in my next. Alright, see you guys, bye bye.